Well folks, that looks really bad with the light behind me. That was an absolute waste of time. Let's put the lid on, I'll tell you. So, just been to view a so-called, love that, Immaculate, so-called Immaculate, let's just say muscle bike. One person's version of Immaculate is definitely not my version. Don't get me wrong, it was nice. It was nice, don't get me wrong, but wasn't Immaculate. Oh, what's going on here? Oh, is he a little Volkswagen? Is that a tow rag? Oh, look at that. Iron Dye giving it beans. I was like, go on, lad. Oh, she was risking it there. I think she was a nurse as well, wasn't she? Let's be looking after herself then. Yeah, anyway, I digresses. So with Macclesfield, I've actually been up for a few hours. First time I've switched cameras on. Hang on. I'll get going while it's right. I'll put it in gear first there. Yeah, so been to Macclesfield. Immaculate GSX 1400. I'll just say it. Blue and white one with twin pipes. Exactly what I was after. The pictures, it looked brilliant in pictures. But we can all do that, can't we? It wasn't a million miles away either. It was back end of Macclesfield, so it was about an hour-ish. I took scenic route. Now don't get me wrong, it was really nice, but there was loads and loads of just little bits that weren't immaculate. The worst, there was a bit of pitting on the fork legs, and I did pull him on that. I said, you didn't mention that, mate. You can't put something up as immaculate, it's got pitting on fork legs. And it was overly wiped, as if I didn't want to just start throwing forks up and down, see if there was leaking it out, but it just wasn't immaculate. But hey, oh, these things happen. Got out of bike for an hour. Well, I think me and Faye are going to, I think we're doing Lake Verney tomorrow. Having something to eat up there. Today being Friday. Today, is it Friday? Yeah, it's Friday. So today being the first proper day of the ABR. Now, thanks Steve Fletcher. So he messaged me about 10:30, maybe 11 o'clock. Might have been 10:30. Because as you know, well, I'm obviously not there if I'm here. So, yeah, just couldn't afford it this year. Don't get me wrong, it is expensive, but it's really, really good, like, you know what I mean? As far as bike shows and festivals go, with the live music and that, it is probably one of the better ones, if not the best one. In UK anyway. But he messaged me this morning. He said, listen buddy, I've got 2 tickets here if you want to come down. I'm like, oh my god. That was like, it was like bullseye, you know, Jimboing. It was like bullseye, look what you could have won. I said, mate, I'd have jumped on that. If you'd have said that last night, I'd have probably jumped on that and changed a few things today. Which is just too short notice. And like I said, we've got plans tomorrow. Our Faye's at work all day today. Because if he was going, I'd rather have gone yesterday or early doors this morning. But hey, oh, these things happen. I've actually got an appointment tomorrow to see if I can pass an eye test. I've actually got it at the hospital. That's definitely turned round, that, hasn't it? Yeah, at the hospital. See if I can pass an eye test. With my right eye with gigs on, it's there or thereabouts, you know what I mean? It's never going to be an easy pass, but I might just shade it. God knows. God knows. Higher Oak Farm, I'll be down here for ages. I thought I'd just come back this way. He said the motorways are rammed. That's a nice gaff, isn't it? How are we all doing then? We all alright? I bet you're all at ABR, aren't you? Bunch of bastards. Hey! No, have you there? Have a beer or 20 for me, please. Because no doubt we'll have a few tomorrow after being out for a ride. I'll say we've not been out together proper since the we had a bit of a cafe run the other weekend. Not been out proper since. So it'd be nice to get out tomorrow. Then probably park the bikes up and go for a duper. The old scooper duper. I'm just trying to keep this down at speed to keep the debris off my eye. Off the old peeper. So guess what I nearly did? About a week and a half ago. Nearly sold the old Benelli. Nearly sold it. I actually advertised it for sale. Why is that turning round? What's it doing? Why would you even do it? I'll have to sit side saddle for it, see ya. Yeah. So I had the Benelli up for sale. I'd shed loads of inquiries with it. If it had been a day later, I may have sold it. So I advertised it and took it off sale. Fair talk sense into me. It's got to be done sometimes, hasn't it? I'm going to have to stop and move that camera. You know, are you there? You see me? Right, there's a little gap here. I've just spied it with my little eye. I'm just going to put it here. I'll sort this bloody camera out. I've not got the sound buff on it either, so I don't know what the script is with that. Look at it, where's it gone? Why is it doing that? That feels dead tight as well. It feels really tight. That's nice, isn't it? Look at the houses up there overlooking that. Wouldn't mind a bit of that. Yeah, so we're going to film it tomorrow. First proper dual vlog for a while. Be an all-day job, you know what I mean? Summer tours coming up in about 5 weeks. I don't know if we're going in car or on bikes or what. I don't know what we're doing yet. I could just do my job back, be honest. It'd be handy, wouldn't it? As you know, I'm working as a second man at the moment, but I could do with getting my heavy goods back. But hopefully tomorrow I might have some news. If not, they did say after a couple of weeks it'll start improving slightly. Now I'm going to be honest, it is a little bit. It's definitely not right, don't get me wrong, it's definitely not right, but if I'm just looking at it right eye, yeah, I can definitely see more than I could. I know this is going to sound stupid and you can see, but that registration on that Range Rover there in front, with my left eye obviously dead clear. 3 weeks ago, my right eye, I wanted to help make that out. Now I can make it out just. But with gigs on, I'll be able to see it perfectly, so we'll see what they said tomorrow. Boom! Oh, it's the other side, isn't it? Keep forgetting. Right, till I straighten up so I can see around what's coming behind me. Because I've tucked the bike right in. Oh, I could have shot out. Oh, that Mazda's saved the day there. The Mazda's here to save the day. Oh, get that down. Yeah, so I'm not going to ask about with this and do loads of little videos and that. I'm just going to leave the cameras running. When it's been 10-12 minutes or something, I'll just wazz them off and then I'll throw it up. Just letting you know what I've been up to. I actually bought the cameras because I thought there might have been an Immaculate bike to film today and maybe purchase, because the money was right. I should have known though. I actually should have known, and it, don't get me wrong, it crossed my mind over and over again. It was a tad too cheap, if you know what I mean. Not much, but it was a tad too cheap. And I said to Faye, I said, if it's putting me off at the price, and that's stupid, something being too cheap, innit? But you get what you pay for when you want something immaculate. And I won't mind, I zoomed in and all pictures, now you know, you look at it all, and it looked the part. And then when I got there was like, just bits and bobs. Too much for the money. To make it immaculate would be more than the price of an immaculate bike, if you know what I mean. So it didn't happen. But yeah, I nearly sold this. There was a fella from what's that place down south where Chris Eubank used to live, or did live? Brighton, yeah. Fella from Brighton. So we've been messaging for about an hour or so. And I told him, that was after Fade Sports me, I said to him, listen, just give me an hour or so, mate. I'm not 100% and do it right thing here. He says, alright mate, if you decide not to, it's no big deal. And he said, but if it's the case, he said, I'll send you a bank transfer, and he said, I'll get collection sorted. He said, I've seen the video, I've seen the bike online, more than happy with it. Yeah. But fair, just knocked a bit of sense into me. Hey, that in you. You need that sometimes, don't you? You need a bit of sense knocking into you. Well, I did anyway. Yeah, my insurance renewals just come up for this as well. It's absolutely buttons to insure this, which is another way, another plus point to keeping it. Oh, before I was coming out of Macclesfield, everyone must have done this at some point. I'm coming out, I could hear this noise. I'm like, oh, here we go. There's me rattling on that it's never had an issue with it. Never had to do anything to it. It's been perfect. I'm giving it all that, and now we've got a noise, and it sounded very, very engine-y, as in, you know, like metal to metal type noise. I'm like, oh Christ, what's that? So I'm rolling on throttle, I'm rolling off the throttle, I'm pulling clutch in, putting it in neutral, we're doing everything, and I couldn't make it make the noise on cue. You know me, I could hear it. Turns out big bloody brakes on the van in front. Honestly, I could hear this, you know, like proper metal on metal noise. And I was like, I was doing everything, you know, like I said, putting it in neutral, pulling clutch in, shifting gears. I'm like, I can't make it happen on cue, like. So thinking, oh shit, it's something got to be terminal here. Yeah, it turns out my brakes on van in front. Unbelievable. So the only way I found out, he stopped at some lights, and then the van pulled away and the noise started. I'm like, it'll be that. Oh, Christ, I'm losing the plot. I am proper losing the plot at the moment. Need a bit of good news, please, just a bit. Not a lot. I might go and have a pint. First little work. I might just go have a pint on my own. Wet the whistle. Bit of a disappointing day. Like I say, I had visions, you know, with the cameras, and I thought, oh great. Turns out to be a mint of this. Don't get me wrong, I was going to have to borrow money to get it, but I thought it turns out to be a mint of this. We're on here for a good video. Should have known better. I said I should have known better. It's always the case though, isn't it? Think you've nailed it, and maybe not. It's been 10 minutes yet, or what? I'm bored. It's getting worse. It's supposed to be red hot as well tomorrow and Sunday. Bastards at ABR are going to get a tan and everything. Swigging beer for fun. Hope it pisses down. Nah, don't do. I say, if you're there, you're having a cracking time, and have a beer for me, please, if you don't mind. I'll try and get this video out. Although if everyone's at ABR, no one's going to watch it. Well, they do anyway. Come on, Fezzer. Daughter's just got one of them. I know it's not a wet belt engine Fezzer either. Yeah, the dealer had two cars in, two white ones. One was a wet belt, you know, the Eco Boom, and one was the 1.25, the Z-Tech one, which are pretty bulletproof if you look after them. But she'd made up with it. She's not gone to plan today, you know. Not at all. I had the nav on there as well. just because it was, to be honest, you should have seen his house was nice. Like I said, I pulled him on the Fort Legs. I said, mate, you didn't mention that in the ads, like, because everyone's going to look for that. And that's not something, they were bad enough to need new stanchions, really. I know you can get them coated or chromed or replated or whatever you do. It's another expense, innit, with something you've only just bought. I'll get one day. I'll get one. My mate Graham's dropped on with these. There's a story behind it, like, but he proper dropped on with it. He missed out on it the first time it was for sale, and then he bought it off the lad that poached it from him, if you know what I mean. So he's seen this bike for sale, this Gixxer 14, didn't pull the trigger on it, and then by the time he said I want it, it had been sold to somebody else, and he bought it off that someone else. Ended up saving money as well, so fair play to you. Does anybody live on a boat who watches this? You know, canal boats? We've got two mates that do, like, and a lad at work. There's a canal there. You always get loads of boats, you know, that people live on. They're aboard. I just wonder if there's anybody who watches this that lives on a boat. What it's like. Some have always fancied that, but one of the weird things, wouldn't mind that. Wouldn't mind a go with that. Friday afternoon traffic's building up already. Right, folks, I'm done. I'm done and dusted. I just need somewhere. It's quite wide here, isn't it? Yeah, I'll just go down here and I'll pull over, and then I'll make my way home. I'll throw this footage up, and we'll see if we can make a video. So don't be expecting too much, but I do appreciate you watching it. I really do. Just, like I say, I went out with a different video in mind, and it didn't work out. So I wasn't going to even bother. And then I thought to myself, oh, just shut bloody cameras on, Sean. Just get them on and get it done. The old village. Anyway, thanks for watching this, folks. If you're at the ABR, have a good one. Have a few scoops for me, and I will see you on the next one, which would be tomorrow, but you probably won't see that till middle of next week or next weekend. So thanks for watching. I'm gonna have fun trying to turn this off, and I should leave it on while I turn it off. It's gonna be dead easy, innit? Oh, it's not worked. That's the one. See you later, folks.